Welcome to another Magic Sunday evening. It's evening here in the UK. It's daytime in the USA. My name is Grace Kim Thorne, and we have just concluded an incredible event, a global phenomenon that is Keto Academy. It was an education extravaganza of everything to do with the world of ketones and ketosis. And I am just so excited because I believe in this product and I know it's helping so many people. But we have just had for 2 days the leading researchers in the world in the field of ketones and ketosis talking about how ketones help to biohack your body to better, to an optimal state. The call was really focused on brain health and how much ketones are a preferred energy source. The brain prefers the energy source. So phenomenal weekend. We had Dr. Andrew Campitelli, Dr. Kenneth Ford, Dr. Mary Newport, Dr. Ryan Larry, Dr. Jacob Wilson. These are top thought leaders in the field. We also had some phenomenal personal development. So we just wanted to get on here with the energy that we've just concluded the event and share that with you live on Facebook. We're going to hear from a few people that attended the event live themselves and just kind of share what their experience was, what they've learned. So thank you for being here. Please type in the comments where you are tuning in from. Please share this on by hosting a watch party or sharing this with people that you want to know more about this movement, because that's what we are here. We're part of a movement. We call this the Magic People Circle because we've come across something very, very special. So first of all, I would love to introduce my business partner and good friend, Deepa. Please let us know, how was that for you, babe? What did you love about that?
Sorry, you caught me off guard then, Grace. I'm still buzzing from the 2 days, to be honest. I didn't really want it to end. I didn't know what to expect. It's my first ever Keto Academy. Obviously, I've heard lots about the events that take place and the fact that we weren't going to get them this year. We were all a bit gutted, and then we got told, surprise, surprise, we're going to do a virtual version. So that was unbelievable. Just when you think you kind of know enough, and then these global thought leaders just completely blew my mind. The kind of big takeaway for me was physiologically and psychologically, there's so much that comes together. And listen, I know you're probably going to say, look, tell me about one particular speaker. I mean, they were all unbelievable. I literally, like, the smoke coming off my paper because I was just making notes. And I thought, because I'm not a practitioner, I don't come from a wellness background. How is it really going to be relevant to me? And as an entrepreneur myself, obviously, from a personal development perspective, that call was off the scale. I mean, Jen Groover was unbelievable. Serial entrepreneur, talks about the More method, just how you optimize yourself. So yes, we're talking about this magical drink that obviously is creating so many physiological changes in us. But from a psychological perspective, this is really taking us to a completely different level. Joseph McClendon was by far my favorite, just probably because he speaks a lot more of my language. I know there's loads of people nodding there. For me, he was just trying to explain how we just create better habits, good habits. So what do we do in terms of a ritual? And as a child, coming from a Hindu background, we did rituals from day dot. Like, that's what we were taught from a very young age. I've never ever applied that into my business environment. I've never applied it into the team. So to actually see a very different side of what a ritual means. I mean, Chandani talks about it when you do kind of self-care and, there's a ritual with that. So I understood that part of it. But that was the big thing for me, listening to him talking about how we have to create all these pro sequences and start to, create these good behaviors, which then become a repetition, which then our minds kind of automatically start to just continue to behave in. I mean, I could talk all day, so let's give somebody else the stage.
I absolutely love that.
And guess what? I've had no ketones. So, you know, I missed out on ketones today. I've had a busy day. So this is just all au natural right here.
No, I went to the cupboard and mixed up some caffeine free because I was like, oh my God, this is so good for my brain.
Yeah, I mean,
again, I love that Joseph McLennan. He said, rituals like break down the word, enrich you all.
Yes.
They are there to enrich us, to enrich the people in our lives, to enrich this community that we're building together. So inspiring. So imagine that, but in person. So whenever they do the event, like not without a doubt, we will all be there because it is absolutely phenomenal.
Where do I sign?
Yeah.
I'm already there. I'm already there. That's what we've been taught. Our behavior has to be as if we're already there. So, and then that's what gets us there. So there you go. I'll shut up now.
What I love as well was that it was very much geared towards brain health. So I've seen Dr. Mary Newport speak in person at an event in America, and her story is so inspiring. She has helped to formulate one of the products, which is the best MCT oil on the market, MCT 143. And she shared the story of her husband who suffered with early onset dementia and had extreme rapid decline. And through the use of her doing her research, she found out that coconut oil was very high in MCT, and she brought her husband back through the use of ketones, really, consuming coconut oil, and her husband's liver naturally producing ketones, and she got an extra, you know, four years quality of life. Her husband went from not being able to communicate, shuffling, not being able to walk, to, you know, years later after introducing this, to being able to work a part-time job again. And she had that quality time conversation. He got his humor back. Now that is just incredible. And also what it was Dr. Lillian, how she was talking about diabetes, and how dementia is the third diabetes of the brain. And that people with type 2 diabetes are more likely to suffer with dementia. And I mean, so many people on this planet are affected by that. And we have a tool here which, you know, upon drinking reduces your blood glucose levels and is just making phenomenal changes. Like, we can never say that ketones can treat or cure any ailments or diseases, but these are serious professionals that have timely studies that are coming out now that are, you know, changing the world. And what touched my heart most was Dr. Mary Newport said thank you to us as people that are sharing this conversation, as mums, as hairdressers, as nail artists, as wellness practitioners, everyone on here, such a broad scope of people. She's thanking us for having this conversation in everyday lives, because in our everyday lives, because this is something that she has been trying and beating down doors for many years. So here we are, we're on a rocket ship. And I just want to introduce now Chandani, my beautiful friend and co-pilot. We're all in this together. But how did you find that?
Well, for me, it was just like Dr. Mary. For us as wellness practitioners, scientists, doctors, anyone that's invested their life and career to wellness, it's usually a very lonely road. Researching, teaching, practicing, learning, trying to enroll people into more healthy lifestyles and democratize the knowledge of integrated wellness to the mass market. And now we have a disruptive product and lifestyle brand on our hands that is cutting through cross demographics, ages, cultures, peoples, and we need to run with it as quickly and as efficiently as possible. The business, the science, and the product are a trilogy. They're like a holy trilogy. The business, the product, and the capacity for us to share this with a cross demographic is a holy trinity. Now, you can take that as a spiritual indication. You can take that as a practical indication, a philosophical indication. Opportunities like this come once in a lifetime, maybe in a single person's life. So everyone who is in the know about this, whether it's just consuming the product or understanding the opportunity as a business or both, needs to run with this as quickly and as efficiently as possible, because we need accountability, we need responsibility, we need activism that works and relates to everybody across the planet. We have the tools to make that happen. As you have all witnessed over the last 48 hours, there are thought leaders, scientists, entrepreneurs, lifestyle coaches. I mean, the list goes on of these professionals who are on board, backing up this science with facts, with hard facts, with experiments, very, very honest. They didn't claim things, they were still speculating. They were still, we're constantly in research, experiment, execute, prove, move, elevate, evolve. Then we can really have a world worthy of each of us. So I don't want to take too much time, because I want to hear from you lot. The people that are into this as a business, plug in ASAP. Plug into the people that invited you to this business and pull your sleeves up and get going. We don't have time. We need to execute and heal the planet very quickly. And it's a massive business opportunity. The people that are taking this drink or this lifestyle brand as a consumer, let it transform your life so that you become a beacon of hope to the people in your life. Let your transformation be the beacon of change, be the catalyst of change that we need on this planet yesterday, not today. Yeah, we've all been wanting this yesterday. It's happening today, and it's going to change emphatically the future of the wellness of this planet. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce one of my fellow partners. Very proud to be introducing this powerhouse of a woman, another woman who has dedicated her practice and her life to wellness, who is by profession a psychotherapist. Christy Brady, please, would you like to give us some input on what you've experienced over the last 2 days?
Oh gosh, thank you, Chidani, and everybody else. It's great to be here. I've been fired up all weekend, and I'm moved by this weekend because I do have family. My father just recently died in April from Alzheimer's. And so I had looked into different lifestyles and ways to eat for the last 6 years. His wife wasn't on board with me, but I've been taking MCT oil, and today I know I increased my dose from Dr. Mary Newport's presentation yesterday. But for me, the most moving part of it was the science part with all the motivation. But Dr. Mary Newport and Lillian, and even the fella today who was a little much more scientific, I forget his name right now, I apologize. But that type 3 diabetes, that Alzheimer's, and the fact that we are asymptomatic, that we don't see all these things until much later in life I got to witness that in a man who was physical, dynamic. We hiked until he wasn't really able to walk much. So the asymptomatic symptoms are really important. So I know my motivation from this is just being powered up even stronger to take what I've known to another level so that I can activate, motivate, engage, enroll, and move on to what I can keep doing with more conviction, confidence, and strength. And just kind of knock my courage bones together and just say, yes, I'm going to take this to another level, which is going to really activate me to face my fears. So I really loved what what Jen said today too, was she reminded me of so many things that are dormant that I needed to wake up inside of myself, that I hope to wake up in others too, to be mindful. So that's my fire from today. I'm going to be riding this wave for a while. So I'm really excited for the next step on what's going to be happening from this moment on. No delay.
I just want to thank you so much, Christy. That was really profound. And I can feel your passion, and I can also feel the execution that you want to commit to this. So thank you for that. I wanted to remind everyone, most people on here, maybe a few are just guests, they're intrigued what the whole frenzy is about. most all of you need to check into the brain optimization that's happening within your own bodies right now. I consider myself pretty well-read, pretty healthy, right? I'm always trying to refine, define, master my own lifestyle as a practitioner, as a human being that is in love with humanity, that is in love with the world. However, there is a significant shift in the elevation of my brain cognition, clarity, and ability to connect and communicate. I'm naturally an orator, but the way I'm able to express my thoughts, the way I'm able to execute my process throughout the day in my business, in my lifestyle, in my motherhood, in my relationship has been elevated so dramatically over the last month and a half that I've been on these ketones. So we need to really look existentially at our own experience so that we come from an authentic place to revere the disruptive nature of what this science is bringing to the table. So know that we are an elite knowing, understanding community that is spreading this message and truth and science like wildfire. I'd like for Sonia Greaves, my business partner in England, holistic practitioner and herbalist, to say a couple of things before I get Grace to round off this amazing opportunity call. And thank you all for your time today. Sonia.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Yes, thank you, all of you, you ladies that have spoken before. And Christy, it's lovely that I've actually seen you because we've been writing to each other on different messages, but it's great and I'm happy that you're on board. So yeah, for me, everything that everybody else has been saying as a practitioner, everything that I've ever dreamt about, worked for, believed, it all came to fruition in this weekend. And I think there were 8 people each day, whatever, each person just brought everything to another level. I think the important thing is that the education and even me as a practitioner, you forget things that you've learned. You know why you're doing it, you find your way of working, you want to educate people and help people in their wellness journey. But the education that we are receiving is second to none here. And because we can apply it in real time, and as Chandani's just said, having the product to take and feel that happening as we are learning and moving forward, it's priceless. So for me, everybody needs to focus and decide what they are actually doing with this and take on board. All of the people that are here to support and help you. If you need more information, then please reach out and ask. And yeah, as Jen Groover, who I'd never seen before, and I thought she was amazing, she said, no drama, no trauma, no distraction. That for me is my takeaway from today. So yeah, nurture all the 4 quadrants of your life: personal, professional, relationships, health, profession, and focus, because these ketones are going to take you to where you want to go. And everybody has a different dream, but we can all get to where we need to be. And in that way, we're going to help each other and heal the world and have a really wonderful place to live and leave for our children and our grandchildren. So that's mine for today. And thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody who's been supportive to me and on this journey and helped with everything that I'm doing. Can you, yeah?
Oh,
Big love.
Amazing.
Big love.
Thank you so much. This is definitely my favorite time of the week. Appreciate you all for being here. And once again, just reach out to wherever you've seen this and be curious, because it is something phenomenal and life-changing. And we welcome you. Come and sit with us. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thanks, guys. Good
Have
night.
a lovely week.
Thank you. Bye.